Hey going everyone, it's Danny Boy here. This is the YouTube channel for the Creepy Crap Podcast, and this is a little video for this week's episode, which is episode 3. It is on the 2016 Australian horror film by Damien Powers. It's called Killing Ground. It is amazing. It is brutal. It's about 90 minutes of something that you think's going to be okay, maybe a little survivalist sort of movie, and then it just goes, whoa, it's like, wah! It is crazy, man. Be warned, there's going to be spoilers here, so if you haven't seen the movie, maybe check it out before you watch any further on this video. It's only a short little review anyway, but yeah, if you don't want it ruined, please don't watch this. But if you do want to hear about it, let's keep going. So the movie starts off, it stars Aaron Peterson, his name's German. There's a few other actors, I don't know their names. I don't recognize them from pretty much anything. That could be offensive to them, my bad, whatever, I doubt they're watching. But anyway, yeah, Aaron Peterson sort of runs the show, and his name is German, and he seems like a normal guy. He's just at a pub. The two guys we see at the beginning, it's Ian and Samantha. They're going camping for New Year's. They're going to have a nice time and all this sort of stuff. And it's a very nice time because Samantha proposes. Oh my God. And Ian says yes. It's like, oh my God. Yes. They are married. Dum, dum, dum. Or they're engaged. I guess they're not married. But anyway, they're having a nice little weekend away. They find a nice little place thanks to a man they met at the local pub when they were getting drinks, which happened to be German. He goes, oh, you don't want to go down this place you were going for, these falls. Go to this place. It's even better. And the road is much more accessible. If you don't have a four-wheel drive, you ain't getting nowhere, son. So they're like, thanks, man. You shouldn't have thanked him. He was a bad man. Anyway, they decide to follow advice from a stranger and they go there. They find this lovely little place. It's near a creek. It's kind of like a sand. It's almost like a hidden beach in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the Australian bush. And they're like, this is amazing. To the side of them, they see another tent. They're like, oh, I wonder who they are. We don't see them, but then we do meet them. It's a nice little family. It's a mum and a dad. There's a teenage daughter and they got a little baby, a little toddler, and they're all having a fun time as well. And we're like, oh, cool, they're going to catch up at some point. They'll say hello to each other or whatever. But yeah, do they? This is where the twist, where the sort of like, we don't see exactly. It's like, why are they so close but never interact? They go at one point, they're sitting out the front. The girl's like, I don't want to go on a hike, Mom. I'm on my phone. And they're like, all right, you're lost. You stay here. And the other people are just there. It's like, how are they not seeing each other? It's crazy. And this is where this movie is a masterpiece. The thinking and the brilliance of this is amazing. So here's a spoiler part. The movie is set for a good chunk of it, and almost throughout the whole thing actually, in layers, in separate timelines. Oh, that is the twist. We think one thing's happening now, but it's the past and it's days ago and these guys are here, and you can only tell by little subtle references. You see some stuff where you're like, oh, what's this? Like earlier there's a phone, there's a little yellow phone and he's using it, and German is really angry that Chook's using it. It's like, don't take photos, mate. You don't want me to go back to jail. You're like, jail? Oh, these guys aren't that good, I guess. And then you realize that it's like, oh, there's a detail there, which you notice later. And then it's like, wait, is that the same phone the girl was on? It's like, how would he have the same phone? Weird. It's weird that a criminal has a yellow phone that would be clearly a girl's phone, pretty much. Anyway, there's all these little details. But yeah, one's there, you see a car, and one car's there later on. You're like, wait, why aren't both cars there if they're there at the same time? You're like, maybe this isn't the same time. And yeah, there's a lot of layers. It's a lot of back and forth to this point, to that point, blah, 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 blah. It's amazing. I love it. It's such a good movie. But yeah, saying that, it is also horrifying. It is so bad. I don't want to go into too much depth of what happens, because at one point, the two of them basically tie up the family. They take him for a little hike up to the falls. They're like, you want to see the falls? Well, I'll take you up there. And then we see one of the most horrifying things to see in a film. We basically see them having a drink and you're like, oh, okay, what's going on? Didn't they just kidnap the family? Pan over. We see the mum and the daughter with the dad tied to the tree who had to watch the whole entire fucking thing. The mum and daughter were sexually assaulted in front of the dad and they're just casually having a beer now. And you're like, what the hell did I just see? We didn't actually see it, luckily, so that's good. But yeah, they're laying there with their pants missing and it is fucking brutal. Trust me, like, oh my God. You don't even have to see what happened. It's just knowing that that happened already and they're pretty much like, so should we have another turn or what are we going to do? And then they start shooting cans off ahead and then it's like brutal. I don't want to ruin every little detail of the movie. I want you to check it out. Or if you've seen it, you already know. If you know, you know, that sort of thing. And just to add a cherry on top of this fucked up sundae that is this movie, there's a baby that gets thrown. Oh my God, it is crazy. It's crying too much. So Chook decides, why not fucking throw it and shut it up? And you're like, Oh my God, this is crazy. I know this sounds like the most horrifying movie ever, and it kind of is. It's pretty up there, but yeah, this is Killing Ground. It is 2016's. It's an Australian horror movie. It is amazing. It is pretty good. It's great acting. It's pretty much all 100% natural. It's set in the Australian bush. It's really good. It's brutal. It's unsettling. I'm spitting. It is just sort of gut-wrenchingly like, oh, it is demonstrably shocking how far this movie changes from like a normal sort of like, oh, okay, these guys are gonna like rob them or like attack them or something, to like, oh my God, that's what they end up doing. You don't even see it. It just seems like it goes from 0 to 100. And yeah, you're like, oh my God. And then Samantha and Ian are in the mix as well, and it's just different layers the whole time, and then it goes to after that, and there's more layers. And it's just a great movie. It's so good. I love it. That is episode 3 of the Creepy Crap podcast. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to check out the podcast, it's on all podcast apps, or you can get me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, obviously YouTube, and Discord, all at one word at the Creepy Crap podcast. Or you can get me on Letterboxd at Creepy Crap Pods. So thank you so much for watching the Creepy Crap podcast today. My name's Danny Boy. The movie was 2016's Killing Ground. Check it out, or if you don't want to watch it because it sounds brutal, just listen to the podcast or watch this review. The choice is yours. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day. See ya!